Well, this is another debate. And so I'll try to answer intelligently, which means I'm going to look at both sides, right?
Okay,
To be intelligent, we always have to look at both sides,
for
even if
sure.
we sit on one side. I sit on the side that I think Facebook is an evil company
Mhm.
at this point in time, that something needs to change, whether it's governance from a different entity like the government, whether it's removing Mark Zuckerberg from owning 88% of the shares and having basically a dictatorship over the company. We know that he, from his very beginning days of building Facebook, didn't build it for good. It might be used for good now, and he might say they're using it for good now. But remember, when he first built it, it was comparing women to farm animals. So it
Ay,
had malintent
ay.
from the beginning. And so from the seed, the little seed of, that the tree grows from, if it's planted with malintent, how can it not grow with malintent, right? The other side of the coin is that everybody rushes to say when something like this happens, you can't build on rented land. You have to use your own stuff, and that is true. However, then we're going back to a one-to-one situation, which is what social media has changed for businesses and marketing in the world. It goes from one to one to many. Even your website sits on a server that could get knocked out. Even your CRM is a tool, right? Unless you have it like in an Excel spreadsheet that's also printed somewhere, that could get knocked out. So saying that you should only build on rented land it's a toss away, right? Like it's easy to give that advice because it's not great advice. They didn't look at both sides of the coin. They didn't do the deep thinking when they're sharing that information. Yes, you should invest a lot of time into what you own, your first party data, your email list, your newsletters. Even your newsletter probably sits on an email tool. That tool could get knocked out, right? So it's easier said than done to build on your own. Obviously invest in your own, but then if you want that one-to-many approach, which obviously we do because it's a smart approach, then you have to go to rented land. So I would say it's finding the healthy balance of both.